So let's talk about it. What are the fundamentals to your foundation of building muscle for a strong physique and just for a healthy routine overall? The three main things you need to think about are using a challenging weight, training close to failure with that weight, and being able to measure, track, and progress whatever you're doing with those exercises and with your routines. If you can do these three, you are essentially practicing progressive overload. You are doing more than last time. You will build muscle if you can follow this fundamental. In the next lesson, I'll implement these in a smart way so that way you are focused and have a clear direction for each workout by following a few different training methods, but these fundamentals are how you train. The training methods and exercises are what you do, and being able to build a strong physique, having a foundation to your health, and transferring into the hero version of you is why you're doing it. Moving on, there is also no perfect workout to build as much muscle as possible, to make sure you're building a perfect aesthetic physique, to make sure you are building as much strength as fast as possible. It's simply about making sure you are having good, effective workouts. Your job in the gym is not about seeing what is the most work you can do. Instead, it's about getting the most out of your effort and that your effort is spent in the right direction. So with the direction we established, there's some strength standards we should strive towards. That is kind of our point B. And along the way, we're going to try and make any workout a good workout. So that way we can be effective in what we're doing with our effort, heading in the right direction. A good workout is an effective workout, which means we are using challenging weight. But the question is a challenging weight a light or a heavy weight? In reality, it's both. Because a light weight that you use just means that failure, and when it becomes challenging, is going to be a higher rep range. With a heavier weight, that rep range, when you hit failure, will be a little bit sooner, and the reps will be a little bit lower. But these are both considerably challenging weight. But when you get in the gym and you find out what is a challenging weight that you can do for 15 reps and what is a challenging weight you can do for 5 reps, you'll realize those are two different weights, and the 15 reps will be lighter in comparison to the 5 reps, but both are challenging weight. I could sit here all day curling this pen right here, but this will never be a challenging weight for me because it would have to be like, who knows, 10,000 reps before it ever actually is challenging. And that right there is simply not worth the effort. Now let's dive deeper. What does weight actually mean? Because we have dumbbells, we have barbells, we have plate-loaded machines, other machines in general, where it's kind of like a fixed position, a fixed exercise. You could have cable machines, and you can even do body weight exercises. You are all using weight in these exercises, but the thing is, your body does not know what a dumbbell is. Your body does not know what a leg press machine is. The only thing your body knows is resistance. And is that resistance challenging or not challenging? Since we know building muscle takes time, it's not about which resistance is best, but being the type of person that can use any one of these forms of resistance in an effective way. And again, effective means you're using a challenging weight or variation if it's a body weight exercise. You're training close to failure with good form, and you're measuring that exercise, you're tracking it over time, and you are progressing, doing more than you did last time. So what does failure mean? Well, failure by scientific definition is essentially coming to a point which you can no longer complete another rep. When you can't press the weight up again, when you can't curl the weight up again, or push yourself up in like push-ups. If you want the full definition right there, this is where I'm pulling it from: momentary muscular failure. Take a moment to pause the video, read that description. But what does failure actually look like? Check this out. If you can have at least just one set of your entire workout look like that, and you're progressing the weight to do at least the same, if not slightly more than last time, I promise you will grow. Now, how do you measure, track, and actually progress in a smart way? Well, it really does come down to repeating the same process, but for every workout. And again, this means progressive overload. You are doing more than last time. The way we measure that is by establishing new personal records. Every workout you should be tracking results, so that way you can train hard and make progress and make sure you're still headed in the right direction. You can do this with just the Notes app on your phone, or you can download a third-party app, so I'll have some details in the text down below. Like I mentioned in lesson 1, you need to know where you are so that way you know you're going in the right direction. Well, tracking helps you know where you are, and aiming to set PRs helps give you direction. If you are not tracking your workouts, you essentially have no proof of record that you did what you said you did. I like to think of this not in terms of I'm not actually following the science properly of tracking workouts, but PRs are evidence of you being the hero you. And so they are just undeniable proof that I am establishing a record of what I've been doing, and that gives me confidence to still show up time and time again, which helps with motivation, which I'll talk about more in the next slide. But personal records and progressive overload, what is that? Well, that could be doing one more rep with the same weight that you did last time. This could be doing more weight with the same reps that you did. This could be having just better technique with the same reps and the same weight. Or it could simply be doing all of the same work but with less rest. There are just forms of progression that is making it slightly more difficult. Now, aiming and setting for PRs every workout is a great goal to have, but we need to have a little reality check here, because in my experience working out, I have 618 workouts tracked just on this app alone, so I've done more than that. But with my experience, if I'm doing around 12 to 15 sets in a workout, I will on average set 0 to 1 PRs for that workout, just as the math kind of works out. So less than 10% of your workouts will be a PR. What this means is that aiming for PRs is a great thing to do. It gives you a sense of direction, and it helps give you a sense of encouragement towards the goals you want to hit. But you need to realize much of working out is doing the same work over and over again. And a lot of your progress and a lot of your transformation is being able to show up for that quote unquote boring same work time and time again. Overall, aim for those PRs, but realize about 90% of your work is going to be a lot of the same stuff you've already done. But that's how you make progress. That is how you transform yourself. Show up, do the basics, do them well, and do them time and time again. I also gotta say, going to the gym is the fun part of your transformation. Smashing PRs, feeling strong is a great feeling. But sometimes it's hard to want to go to the gym. And I want to reframe this here. When we have this idea of I'll go to the gym when it sounds like fun, it's a little bit dysfunctional because that's often not how it actually works out. The healthy way to look at this is passion, having fun, motivation even. It's the result of making progress, not the cause of it. And so the gym should be the fun part of your transformation, but it is hard work. And because it is hard work, we feel like we need to have something else to make us show up. But when you can reframe the idea of giving effort will then make it feel like fun, that is the key to success for your transformation right there. So be the type of person that knows that fun, motivation, passion, these things come after you start. And again, getting started is often the hardest part. But with all these challenges and temptations, when you get to a point in which you're like, oh, I don't want to show up for the work, that is what hard feels like. And we can get past that, and when you know fun is on the other side of getting started, feeling strong is on the other side of showing up, that's how transformation happens. And as going to the gym feels hard, as prioritizing your nutrition, as getting good sleep, as these things feel hard, I don't want you to have the pressure of being the hardest worker in the room. Doing 6 workouts every week, starving yourself, sacrificing your sleep, that's this idea of being the hardest worker in the room. I want you to be the type of worker that shows up to the room even when it does feel hard. Because on the other side of showing up is when it starts to feel fun, when getting effort and getting progress feels rewarding. Also remember, 90% of the work in the gym, in workouts, will not be a PR. When you do get PRs, celebrate them, but know that transformation comes when you can show up and do 90% of that work without it feeling like a celebration. And you also don't need them to always feel like a celebration to get the work done. You can do that. I know you can.